If you didn't catch it, fight season has arrived in explosive fashion. What a moment this is. But this matchup feels different. Two of boxing's top stars are about to clash at their peak. Who comes out on top? Even Las Vegas odds makers seem unsure.
A fighter in the world that can beat Bud Crawford. I ain't came across him yet. Everything happened for a reason, and I truly and firmly believe the reason for me to be in this situation right now is to become three-time undisputed champion of the world.
I'm here in boxing to make history, and winning for me means a lot in this fight because he's one of the best in the last 15 years. He accomplished a lot and I accomplished a lot, and I think it's a perfect match.
I was excited, but I wasn't like, oh, I beat Spence, or I didn't. It was something that I already knew was gonna happen. I just needed the opportunity to show everyone.
He is willing to take a risk. This is literally uncharted territories for Terence Crawford.
I don't care. He can weigh 200. That's gonna be bad on him.
Don't let anyone tell you that the weight doesn't matter. It makes this a monumental accomplishment for Crawford.
Putting on muscle don't actually mean that you're gonna be slower, but you punch a little harder.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that.
How do you see this fight with Canelo going or ending?
I'm definitely gonna win the fight for sure, but I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think he's gonna bring the best out of me. I'm gonna bring the best out of him, and it's gonna be exciting.
Boxing experts have advised Terence Crawford not to challenge Canelo Álvarez, but Crawford hasn't made his decision. Ronnie Shields, however, believes Crawford can win. He says Crawford has matured, become mentally sharper, and looks stronger in training. Shields thinks Canelo is aging, especially after struggling against William Skull. He predicts Crawford's speed will trouble Canelo more than power, and a Crawford victory would rank among the top 10 in history.
Answer has been Bud Crawford.
Okay.
And I just see Bud is maturing into the fighter that he wants to be. And he's doing it for himself, not for anybody else. And so that means, I watched little clips of him training and doing different things, and I can see a big difference in Bud right now.
Okay.
Bud is mentally strong. And, Canelo is getting older.
Right.
And when he fought William Skull in his last fight, I saw a big difference in Canelo. But I think Bud is going to be faster and, not stronger, but he's going to use his speed that's going to throw Canelo off. And I really and truly believe Bud Crawford is going to win this fight. Well, I think it's definitely ranked in the top 10 of the all great wins.
Bruce Carrington also praised this fight. While he respects Canelo, he still believes Crawford will come out on top. He recognizes Canelo's size and strength, but sees Crawford's technique, ring IQ, and movement giving him the advantage. Carrington is confident Crawford has the tools to pull off the upset.
Everyone's talking about it, Canelo versus Crawford. How do you see this fight going?
Crawford all the way. Hey, listen, it's going to be a good fight, though. It's going to be a great fight. I love Canelo Álvarez. He's also one of my favorite fighters to watch as well. But Crawford, I feel like he has what it takes to bring the upset. I really do. Granted, the size is a big issue, and the power. But I feel like Crawford, he has the skill, he has the IQ, and the footwork to get away with it, for sure.
Do you see that fight going to the decisions, though, or knockout?
Yeah, I see it going to decision, for sure.
Jaron Boots Ennis leans slightly toward Canelo, noting he has beaten tougher opponents. Even though Canelo isn't a natural 168-pounder and could fight at 160, Ennis highlighted that many of Canelo's rivals weigh close to 200 pounds on fight night, yet he still handles them. He says fans want this showdown and admits he's excited to watch it.
You gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68-pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it, so so be it.
Terence Crawford himself insisted he can beat Canelo Álvarez. He admitted it will be a fierce and entertaining bout, with both sides giving everything. Crawford said he is chasing Canelo's belts and wants to become undisputed, with no personal bad blood. He called it a fight unlike any in boxing history, describing it as the biggest ever.
In boxing, the biggest fight in boxing.
How do you see this fight with Canelo going or ending?
I'm definitely going to win the fight, for sure. But, I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think he's going to bring the best out of me. I'm going to bring the best out of him, and it's going to be an exciting fight.
Do you guys have any bad blood at all, or is it all business?
It's just business. I want what he got. And that's them belts, and that's that undisputed title. And that's it. It ain't personal. It's just, he got something that I want.
After this, this is so big. Does it get bigger than this?
Not at all. This is the biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing. No other fight in boxing today is on the level of Terence Crawford and Canelo.
Andre Ward explained the risk of facing bigger men, as their size and power can wear down arms and shoulders. Blocking shots drains energy quickly. He said he overcame this by never fearing size, staying active, punching with enough strength to gain respect, and pressuring until larger fighters broke down. He credited these methods for helping him in the Olympics and in sparring.
That's a bigger risk. You get hit on the shoulder, ooh, and it drains you. You get
like
hit
a little energy bar.
Yeah. You get hit with it. I done been in there with heavyweights, and in this ring, you can block 3 punches. Boom, 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 bam. Gotta get yourself together. He ain't even laying clean, but he's such a big, strong man that you feel it. Boom, my elbow. Boom, he half caught me on my liver, half caught me on my elbow. Man, you gotta deal with that. You gotta deal with that. So, but what works for me is the fact that I'm not afraid of a bigger man. My stamina, I'm physically stronger than what meets the eye, and I'm hitting hard enough to get respect. And then I just keep coming, and then you start to see like we're even. Then the big guy starts to wear down. That's what's always benefiting in the Olympics. Sparring set.
Some in the entertainment industry asked Crawford how he hopes to achieve what even Sugar Ray Leonard couldn't. They said they were backing him and hoping to witness history. Leonard had jumped from welterweight to 162 quickly, losing a split decision to Marvin Hagler. Canelo noted Crawford stays sharp by training more, but with only 2 fights per year, he feels Crawford's prime may be slipping away.
Crawford, I want to see something great. And what if Crawford is that magical? What if he's a unicorn? Not even Sugar Ray Leonard did this. Sugar went from welterweight to 160. He definitely wasn't 38. And Hagler wasn't younger than him by 4 years. And even Sugar did. And what Sugar did was insane. And that fight was a split decision. We still don't know. I think Hagler won. I think Hagler got robbed. How did we all forget about the Madrimov fight? And what's getting me is Canelo fights twice a year. He's at least twice a year. That dude done fought 4 times a year, 3 times. This guy is fighting all the time, staying sharp. With 5 more fights on His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh's contract. The roll stops here for Bud.
Sebastian Fundora compared Jaron Ennis to Terence Crawford, calling him just as versatile. He said it made sense for Canelo to bring Ennis into camp, though he added Canelo didn't really need him and may have done it for publicity. Fundora admitted that moving up to junior middleweight is a unique challenge, but praised Crawford's dominance at welterweight. He's curious to see how Ennis adjusts at 154.
Ennis, he's the new addition to 154. He's yet to fight there. Canelo brought him in camp specifically because he's a switch hitter like Terence Crawford. What do you make of Ennis just not being in your division and then him contributing to Canelo's camp heading into this fight? Is that a good move?
I think it's good for Canelo's camp to have a fighter like Ennis. Because, he likes to switch right-handed, southpaw. I think Canelo probably didn't need that. But, the fact that Ennis went might cause a little bit of drama. I think he did for a dramatic effect. But, great fighter at 147. But 154 is a different division. They have me in there, so we'll see what he...
Robert Garcia believes Canelo Álvarez should win because he's bigger, stronger, and able to land heavy punches on Terence Crawford. He reminded people that Crawford has fought only once at 154 and didn't look his best. This would be his first true test at the weight. Garcia said Crawford's bold leap in divisions is why many doubt his chances.
Canelo should win. Canelo's bigger and stronger. And if Canelo lands good punches, I think Canelo could hurt Crawford. Crawford's, first time in that division and jumping 2 divisions where he only had 1 fight at 154 and didn't look his best either. So there's a lot of questions, about that. And that's why a lot of people think Canelo is going to...
Garcia also admitted Crawford has a real path to victory. With the right game plan, he could fight smart, stay mobile, and win on points through combinations. This highlights Crawford's intelligence, speed, and skill. Still, Garcia emphasized Canelo's superior strength as the reason he wouldn't bet on Crawford. But if Canelo continues fighting defensively careless with one-punch tactics, Crawford could beat him convincingly.
One of the only ones that I do give Crawford a chance. Yeah. I think Crawford could pull it off. Crawford is very talented. He's very fast. He's very smart in the ring. So I think a perfect fight, Crawford could pull off a decision.
Okay.
I think he could win a decision. I don't pick him. I wouldn't put my money on him winning because it's a very dangerous, risky fight, especially with Canelo being so strong. But Canelo's last few performances, he's looked slow, flat-footed, looking for one punch at a time. And if that's the Canelo that fights Crawford, Crawford could win a decision. Crawford could outbox him, could outsmart him, could land 3-4 punch combinations and move and win a decision. So do I give Crawford a chance? 100% think Crawford could pull it off. Would I put my money on it? Probably not, but I do.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. expects a tough matchup but leans toward Canelo Álvarez. Still, he admitted he isn't fully counting Crawford out.
Yeah, I back him. I think it's going to be a competitive fight, though. I just think that Canelo, he's supposed to win. I think he should win. But I'm not counting Crawford out. Yeah. I just think that's how it...
At the event, Ol Bernstein admitted he couldn't predict the winner, saying both Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez have strong chances. He respected both fighters' comments and viewed the bout as wide open.
Picks anybody. I was in the 7-Eleven, or I don't know, one of the gas stations getting gas the other day, and some guy recognized me and said, was talking, and he said, so what's going to happen to Canelo and Crawford? I said, honestly, I don't know. He said, no, you have to know.
Yeah, you got to know, because when we ask you, you got to give an answer, though.
And honestly, it's one of those fights where I could easily see either man winning this fight.
Yeah.
I get the arguments for Crawford. I get the arguments for Canelo Álvarez, and either one of them might get the job done.
A fan was asked what he thought might happen between Canelo and Crawford. He said he'd even been asked at a gas station recently. Honestly, he couldn't give a clear answer. He explained that either man could win, pointing out strengths on both sides. To him, it's a fight either could take.
Does Bud have a chance against Canelo?
I think he does, bro. I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Bud, his IQ and his experience will definitely help him through. It's just that, he's going up 2 other weight classes when he had just went up to 154, so we'll see what happens.
David Benavidez believes Bud Crawford does have a chance against Canelo Álvarez. He said Crawford's skill and fight IQ could allow him to control the pace, making him one of the few fighters capable of beating Canelo. Still, he noted Crawford is moving up divisions after only recently fighting at 154, so his adjustment remains uncertain.
13, this is gonna be different for you.
I think I said this before people killed me. I said that this reminds me, and it could be like Pacquiao when he fought De La Hoya. So, at the end of the day, looking forward, off of the last fight with Canelo, I like Crawford every bit as much as I did before that Canelo fight. I like Crawford then, I like him.
Teddy Atlas defended Terence Crawford, saying the September 13th clash reminded him of Manny Pacquiao versus Oscar de la Hoya. While Canelo Álvarez dismissed the comparison, Atlas admitted critics disliked it but stood firm in his belief in Crawford, saying his trust hasn't changed.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting it out since, I want to say, when he fought Sean Porter. Like back then, if you go watch, it's an interview out there. I had said I think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Álvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even.
After Crawford's win over Sean Porter, Shakur Stevenson recalled imagining him against Canelo Álvarez. Right after the fight, he was shown an old clip where he had already predicted Crawford could defeat Canelo. Stevenson said he believed in it long before Crawford himself publicly mentioned the idea.
Knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terence Crawford is like the greatest. So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
Shakur Stevenson called this the right fight and later said Terence Crawford was the best in his division. He believed Canelo's style would clash perfectly with Crawford's. Even before Dmitry Bivol defeated Canelo, Stevenson felt Crawford was the only one capable of doing it.
If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, I'll be going for Bud, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going Crawford, I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. Yeah. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Errol Spence Jr. supported Crawford's choice to chase greatness beyond expectations. He said if that's what Crawford wants, nobody should discourage him. Though uncertain of the result, Spence claimed Crawford has the most talent and experience to try. He also mentioned that Canelo himself proved moving to light heavyweight was possible, so Crawford has every right to take the challenge.
This fight, in a lot of ways, early on, could be a very interesting fight because it's one that works in the rhythm of both guys. Because this is what Canelo does and what he likes to do, and I'm okay if I'm only getting elbows, and I'm okay if I'm swinging and I'm missing because I'm gonna catch up to you eventually. Bud is not gonna move so far out of the way that he can't do it.
Sean Porter predicted the opening rounds would be thrilling since both fighter styles work well early. He said Canelo thrives in such moments, staying calm even when early punches miss, knowing patience pays off. Porter explained Crawford doesn't retreat enough to give Canelo space, making the clash even more intense.
Can't wait for this fight. This is the best matchup that could be made. And I'm like, no, it's not. Certainly not. Definitely not. Definitely not the best fight that can be made right now. I can think of a dozen fights that I would rather see, and a lot of them include Inoue against a bunch of different guys that I would rather see over this fight. But casual fans don't care that much about 122-pound guys who fight across the world in Japan. They care about big names and characters. But at the end of the day, when you look at this on paper, Crawford's 38, Canelo's 35. Neither looked very impressive in their last fight. They're still 3 weight classes apart. That has not changed, and Crawford hasn't fought in a year plus. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of poo-pooing of this on.
Chris Algieri argued this isn't the ideal fight despite the buzz. He said better matchups exist, especially ones involving Naoya Inoue. To him, fans care more about star names than natural divisions. Algieri pointed out Crawford is 38 and Canelo is 35. Both looked average recently, haven't fought in over a year, and are meeting across 3 different weights.
Bro, remember, Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, yeah. What do you think? I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well, and he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old, this and another, but no, it's Canelo still.
Amir Khan said Terence Crawford's skill and punching power aren't enough to beat Canelo Álvarez. He stressed that Canelo has become more disciplined since their last fight, improving his style. Khan highlighted Canelo's performances against Dmitry Bivol and Jamie Munguia, showing he's still dangerous despite criticism. Khan believes Canelo remains a serious threat even for Crawford. That concludes today's video. Share your thoughts on Canelo versus Crawford in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and check out more videos on the channel.